Namaste, हमेशा खुश हो बिटिया. Myself Dr. Gaurav Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we are going to continue the previous session of electrical injuries. Electric burns or splits. When the electrical conductor is a wire, a linear burn may occur. When the current passes from a metal conductor into the body, metallic ions are embedded in the skin and even in subcutaneous tissues. If copper or brass conductors are involved, a bright green imprint may be seen, which persists for some weeks during life. The splits are dry, hard, firm, charred, insensitive, with ragged edges, and their form is round, oval, linear, or of irregular shape. The depth of the lesion is much greater than appears on the surface. Shading of the superficial layer of the skin is common, and some of this may be found attached to the conductor. Exit marks. These are variable in appearance, but they have some of the features of entrance marks. There may be more damage of tissue, and they are often seen as split in the skin at point where the skin has been raised into edges by the passage of current. Splitting of these edges may be continuous or interrupted. Now the postmortem finding, external findings. The clothing, the clothing including shoes, gloves, and headgear should be examined for burns. In cardiac arrhythmia, victim will be pale, and in respiratory paralysis, cyanosed. The eyes are congested and the pupils are dilated. In about 50 to 60% cases, there are external burns of electrical burning and contusion or laceration at the point of entrance and exit of the body. A number of grayish-white circular spots which are firm to the touch and free from zone of inflammation may be found at the site of entrance and exit. Rigor mortis appears early and postmortem lividity is well developed. In some cases, the lesions may extend through subcutaneous tissues and involve muscles and bone. Severe convulsions caused by electrical discharges may cause further fracture of the spine or limbs. Extensive ecchymosis may be found on the skin of the trunk. In some cases, external lesions may be absent and frequent. They are so slight as to require careful search. Occasionally, only the hair are singed. Arcing of the Arcing of the current may produce characteristic pit-like defects on the surface of the hair. Any metallic objects on the body will produce corresponding burns on the skin because it becomes heated by the passage of the current. Differentiation between antemortem and postmortem electrical burn is not possible. Current marks may be hidden inside the oral cavity from putting live wires into the mouth or from drinking at a water fountain in contact with electric current. They may be found in the urethra due to the urination on a high tension line. In some cases, the entrance and exit marks cannot be determined grossly. Internal findings. The appearances are usually those of asphyxia. The lungs are congested and edematous, and the brain, meninges, and parenchymatous organs are congested. Facial hemorrhages may be found along the line of the passage of the current under the endocardium, pericardium, pleura, brain, and the spinal cord. There may be necrosis of the intima or the complete wall of the blood vessels. Vascular thrombosis may be seen in the vicinity of electrical burns. Skeletal muscle in the path of the current may show Zenker's degeneration. High amperage has an explosive effect and may produce injuries resembling bullet, stab, or cut wounds. Small balls of the molten metal derived from the metal of the contacting electrode, so-called current pearls, may be carried deep into the tissues. Heat generated by the current may melt the calcium phosphate, which is seen radiologically as typically round density foci. There may be bone necrosis and zigzag microfractures. Focal facial hemorrhage are found in the brain and spinal cord. In some cases, irregular tears and fissures in the brain tissues and ruptures of the wall of arteries are seen. A fetus may survive the electrocuted mother, or a surviving mother may abort after electrical injury. Occasionally, no lesion can be found either externally or internally. Death in these cases may be due to vagal stimulation. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.